Who's here? What's the matter, honey? You okay? Boy, it's been a crazy day here. Where are we at? Episode 1139. First, I would like to welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. I think this is too high. First, I'd like to apologize for how many times I changed the time today. My goodness, how embarrassing. Totally out of my control, but embarrassing nonetheless. So I apologize, and also would like to thank all of you for your patience, and so glad that some people are showing up anyway. Let's see who's here. Hi Sharon and Judy and Joe and Marlene. Thank you so much. It's been a crazy day. Hello Candy from Australia. Glad you could be here. Hi Lori. Who knows, this might be a good time for some people. You're welcome, Marcia. Hi Judy. We have a special outdoor guest today. We have BabyBjorn in his harness and leash. He loves coming outside with me. Hi Lois. I think I can bring this just a little closer too. How you doing, sweetheart? You gonna stay out here today? Hi Lynn. Hi Lynn. Yeah, it's probably 80 here today, I guess. Hi Rima. Oh, there's the happy outdoor kitty. He's the happy outdoor kitty. Isn't it just amazing how comfortable he is in a harness and leash to come out? He would rather do this than not be able to come outside, and just lovely. Hi Chris. Yeah, isn't it nice to be outside again? I haven't done this in so long. I can't remember why. Maybe it was weather related. Who knows? There's always things going on behind the scenes, right? Who knows what the issues were. Oh, also, it was neighbors too. I think I was really worried about that drunk neighbor coming out and embarrassing me on the show as well. You know, there's just always more going on behind the scenes, right? Hi, Lois. It is warm here. It's got to be 80 today. Got to be. Like pretty warm. And so, instead of talking about the Tranquil Tiles shawl today for talking about our shawls for sharing, I wanted to talk about a story that happened here a couple days ago, and we'll get to the fun stuff about today if anybody wants to hear what I've been doing and why I was late today. And again, I apologize for being late. You know, my charity is Project Kristin Cares, and it's the whole reason why I created the charity was to, number one, bring awareness to domestic violence, and number two, help survivors of domestic violence. Being a survivor of domestic violence myself, and a survivor of all different types of violence, abuse, to be honest with you, I'm very sensitive to other people being treated poorly, and I really do like to help whenever I possibly can. Hi Joanne. Somebody says their first time joining. Maybe it's a different time of day. Maybe we should change up the time of day sometimes to make the show convenient to be live in different parts of the country and the world and everything. What you doing, sugar? You good? So I know I've mentioned this before, but I feel so bad putting Bjorn on a leash that I actually tie his leash around my waist too, so that he's not the only one being tied up. That may sound crazy to some of you, and some of you will probably also understand. I really like to try to make things equal and fair, and I figure I'm not a hypocrite, baby. If you've got to be tied up, so am I. So that's my reason for that, in case you're wondering why I have a rope tied around my waist. Also means that I can be hands-free with him out here if I want to knit or crochet or read or anything else. Hi, Donna. Okay, so the story I wanted to share with you this week is the lady that does my nails. And by the way, she did a white on white French this week that I think is just beautiful. And so I've been seeing her at a specific salon for the last, I don't know, 8 months, I want to say. And the owner of the salon is noticeably not nice to her and treats her worse than anybody else in the salon. And it's been gnawing on me and bothering me, and she's the sweetest girl. She's an artist, and she does a beautiful job on nails. And so we talk about different art. I help her understand how to upload her artwork to be digital. I've been trying to mentor her to get her involved in Spoonflower and what's the other, Redbubble, and different print-on-demand things for her artwork. I also try to encourage her to get into art galleries and other things. I try to be, you know, a, an older person mentoring a young person, because it's what I like to do. And it's been really bothering me seeing her get verbally abused at work. And the last 2 times I went in there, the owner of the salon was rude to me while being rude to Monica, and I was so upset and wanted to say something, but I was afraid that Monica could lose her job because of me trying to defend her or tell this lady that she was not being nice. So I held my tongue, and this weekend I was catering on Saturday and I broke one of my nails, so I called the salon on Sunday to get an appointment on Monday. And the owner answers, who I'm telling you, I can't stand the woman. She's so mean and rude, and not overall. She picks and chooses who she does it to. So she said, Monica doesn't work here anymore. I said, okay. And I said, thanks. And she says, well, can we help you with something else? I said, let me tell you something. I said, the way you've treated Monica for as long as I've been coming into your salon is so disgusting. I said, I don't know if she quit or got fired. I said, but you are mean, you are rude, and I wouldn't step into your salon for anything in the world. If Monica's not there anymore, then I will go wherever she is, and I will gladly tell anybody that asks me where to go to a salon this whole story. And I hung up, didn't even give her an option to talk. So then I called Monica, because I have her contact information, which thank God I do, to find out that the woman fired her, didn't let her take her stuff, you know, left her with nothing. And so now she has to start over with no clients, no product, no nothing. And so her uncle happened to be able to find her a pedicure chair, which is amazing. Her cousin, who has a very tiny eyelash extension salon, is giving her a small corner in the salon. She has a little table. And the reason I'm telling you guys all of this is a couple of reasons. Abuse is horrible, whether it's from a partner, a boss. Abuse is everywhere. And I think it's still appropriate to talk about that here too. When we see situations where we can help somebody else, it doesn't have to just be domestic violence. It can be anybody in need too. And oh yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed telling that owner how disgusting I thought her behavior was, without being vulgar. I didn't swear, I didn't raise my voice. I just very simply told her how disgusted I was with her behavior. And so the reason I wanted to bring this up to you guys though is you know how devastating it was for me to lose the yarn business, to lose my home, and to lose so much of my livelihood last year. And I've told you guys since the hurricane how many different ways I've been able to use my leftover supplies, like all my yarn bins, and I've been donating them to people, and they've been used in so many different ways, and we'll talk about that even on another day, because the catering, I've been donating my bins to the chef that I cater with too, to help organize the back room and the pantry at the kitchen. And we've used them in a variety of ways there too, but I've donated to help people after the hurricane. And you know, I used to have 300 yarn bins for all the different colors of yarn that I sold. And so I've donated almost all of them at this point. And do you remember when I got Be So Luxe yarn towards in the last year, that I put them in drawers underneath the workstation that I built in the middle of the yarn room? Some of you will remember this. Well, those drawers I still have, and some of them are in my shed here, some of them are in the storage unit over there. And when I was looking in this really tiny space that Monica is in now, I don't have money to like just shell out to her or anything and get her set up, but I do have stuff. And so I'm going to donate some of the yarn drawers to her, and I feel so good about that. And do you remember last year when I was trying to figure out a DIY solution for nails at home, and I bought a whole bunch of a dip powder online? Well, I'm going to donate all of that to her, so she's already going to have more colors. You know, she has a collection of gel polishes now, but she doesn't have any dip powders yet, so I'm going to donate my dip powders to her because I never figured out how to use it properly on my own. We got to check on BabyBjorn here. And the yarn bins are going to go to her. So I thought that was how I planned on tying this together to make it an appropriate story today, to be talking about survivors of different types of violence or abuse. And I also like the idea, I know you guys will probably enjoy hearing that my leftover supplies are getting used by other people that can value them too. Like I said, I've been able to donate so much of the leftover supplies from the yarn business to people in need in a variety of ways, from, you know, post-hurricane, but now to help out this girl who got abused so badly at her job and now is, you know, going through all those self-doubt and low self-esteem period. To be able to do anything to help build her back up makes me feel so good. And I thought you guys might enjoy hearing about Monica, and maybe even just send some good vibes her way, you know? We'll see if anybody's local, if anybody here is local and wants to try her out as a manicurist, I'd be happy to share that with you too. Or anybody that comes down to visit, I'd be happy to share that with you too. If you're interested, if you're not, that's fine too. But, you know, we all have the ability to be kind and thoughtful and caring to other people, even if you don't have money. I don't have any money to give people, but I can still be creative with different ways that I can help people too. And so, yeah, anytime we can come up with creative ways to help other people. Yeah, that's a good idea, Donna. That was the other reason why I wanted to mention it to you guys, because I knew some of you would have great ideas too. I told her if she sets up a... she wants to draw her logo since she's an artist. I'm going to help her get it digitized and help her set up business cards. I'm going to help her set up a professional Instagram page and help her get started with some photos and figure out all that stuff. So, and I told her I'd help her curate some hashtag sets and teach her how to promote herself marketing-wise online. You know, it's information that I have. Why shouldn't I share it with somebody else, right? She's 20 years old. She's Marlon's age. And yeah, it's fun to take someone under your wing too, you know? Okay, Donna, yep, I don't have her phone number right now, but because I talked to her in Instagram, but what I will do is as soon as she's ready for it and has her business cards or whatever, I will share it. Yeah. Yes, Lynn, we all have the ability to share our gifts. We do. We all have special gifts, whether it's, you know, a desire to help other people or whatever, and or sharing our knowledge with other people. We all have the ability to help other people in one way or another. No matter what, there's something that you can give. Even if it's not money, there are other ways you can help people. Yeah, so I will work on that, Donna, and I will let you know for sure. I will share Monica's information as it makes sense. That's wonderful, Lori. Yeah, personal hygiene products. Can you imagine how, if you're already in a bad situation and you don't have personal hygiene products, can you imagine how much higher that raises your stress level? Yes, Lois, she needs a friend right now, for sure, for sure. She needs a mentor right now. Okay, BabyBjorn's getting scared. I might have to take him in. All right. It's tricky being out here with BabyBjorn. If he hears somebody come outside, and our next door neighbor has 2 dogs, so oh, sorry to hear that, Donna. Hopefully he's better soon. Okay, BabyBjorn, hold on, let me get the leash off of you.
Done already?
No, BabyBjorn wanted to come in.
Oh, okay.
I'm still live. You want to come say hi?
No.
Okay. All right, you sitting here with BabyBjorn then.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So Marlon stopped by too, and he doesn't feel like being on camera today, and I don't blame him. This isn't, you know, if this isn't what you do, you shouldn't have to be forced to be put on display like a circus animal either, right? So it's like, I like offering to him, do you want to say hi to people? And if he says no, I have to respect that too, right? All right. So again, I'm sorry that I didn't bring the shawl out here today. My day just went from crazy to crazy. Not crazy, I guess, but I met with the chef that I work with to go see a new building because he wants to have his own kitchen building, not at the community kitchen that we share with other food companies. And so we went to see that, and from there we've been waiting to get permission to go check out a couple of yachts for doing the dinner cruises. And so it just happened to open up right when we left there, and he goes, can you go? Because he likes me to come with, because I'm familiar with the catering side of his business, and I'm good at logistics and detail oriented, and can take photos and videos and measure things and, you know, do all that kind of work. So he likes me to come with on these types of meetings, and I can ask questions and stuff like that. So we didn't go on a boat ride or anything, but we went on two large yachts today to figure out the logistics of whether or not we could cook on there or entertain on there or cater, figuring out you know, some of the costs. Yes, I am becoming a very valued employee, Lori. Yes, I am. And you know I enjoy problem solving. So whatever kind of industry and whatever I'm doing, to be able to be involved in the problem solving side of things. Yeah, I got to go on two today, Joe. I was on a 72, did I go on? I was on an 82-foot Montesino boat. Beautiful. It had a 20-foot wide beam. It was absolutely gorgeous. So a couple days ago we went on a 72-foot yacht. Today we went on an 82-foot yacht, and then we went on a 42-foot yacht today. And just trying to figure out the logistics. We even brought some of our equipment with us to see if it was going to pop the circuits blow on the boat. So it was, you know, we were figuring out some engineering with the captain and the electrical stuff, and figuring out the logistics of everything and where and how we would put things. And you know, every boat's different, just like everybody's house is different. And so, and houses are obviously more easy to accommodate what we do, because people normally cook in their homes, even though each home is different and figuring out space and stuff is different. But on a boat, way more complicated, and even based on what kind of stabilizers each boat has, so that we know, and whether or not the boat has rules about red wine, or depends on the types of dinners we can offer. Like a wine tasting would only be white wine, not red wine too. Or what kind of kitchen equipment do they have? What can we cook on there? What kind of refrigeration do they have? What can we store on there? Are there rooms where we can store our coolers and store our extra things to stay out of sight? So it was really, really fun and interesting, and yeah, but and major traffic this time of year here, because it's in season. So we have so many tourists here that every time I thought I'd be done by us, we thought I'd be home. Why no red wine? Great question, Sharon. Especially like the first boat. The first boat last week had white carpeting, so that's why no red wine. This first boat we went on today had white leather sofas or sectionals. So, and on one floor, and then on the second floor it had light carpeting. So there was no red wine allowed for stains there. And then on the third boat, I believe there were no restrictions on red wine. But having said all that, the chef that I work for, one of his specialties is Japanese cuisine. And you know how in French there's something called a wine sommelier, meaning it's somebody who's very well, very knowledgeable about wine. Well, he's that version of a sommelier in sake. So one of the things that we do in his Japanese dinners is we do sake pairings with each course. So one for this course, one for that course, and those are always light colored. So that might be a way to go around the red wine issue as well. But again, planning out menus and planning out these things while we're on the boat and talking about everything from marketing to menu planning to the logistics of actually doing everything and figuring out the routes. We're talking with the captain about which route would we go from this marina, where would we go, and how would we time sunset just perfectly where we turn the boat so that as they're eating dinner, they're facing the sunset. Like, just all of those logistics were so cool. Yeah, I've learned so much about sake in the last couple months, Joe, and so much more about the chilled versions. Very interesting. In fact, one of the chefs that I've met through the chef that I work for, he has, he's not only a chef but a lawyer, and he lobbies, how is it? He lobbies in Washington to get sake allowed in a restaurant that has a beer and wine license, not just a full liquor license. And it's because of the way sake is made that it's considered a liquor when really it's not. It has the alcohol content of beer and wine. So he's been lobbying for the sake industry from Japan, and he's been able to change the laws in a couple of states so far. Isn't that interesting? Oh, food menu planning is very artistic, and so is plating. So many different things that are very artistic that I'm enjoying about this new adventure of mine too. And there was a question just before that I wanted to get to. Some boats have their own captains and some do not. Some boats, and so we are working with one captain specifically right now, and he knows the owners of several of the boats, so he is like the captain for those boats. And then the third boat that we've been talking to is owned by a concierge service where they have a boat, a rental home, and a party bus here in Naples, and so they cater to people on vacation where they rent them the house like an Airbnb sort of thing, offer them the tour, the party bus to take their party wherever they need to go so they don't have to rent a car, and then offer them the yacht with dinner cruises. So that's a cool business in itself. And so they're looking to hire my chef to do the dinners. But cool and interesting, it's just, if they've never lived that life before, it's just learning the ins and outs of the different lifestyles is kind of cool too, don't you think? Hey, would you guys like to see this cactus behind me too? It's flowering right now, and it's got something really weird going on in it. Let me turn the camera around so you can see. So the flowers are absolutely beautiful. They're pink and fuchsia and red. See how pretty those flowers are? Now, when the and there's a bunch of them. Here's some buds that haven't opened yet. Here's a bunch more flowers down here. Now, when the flower falls off, I thought that that was the fruit right there. See this one right here? I thought that was the fruit that grows, but look it's hollow right now from where the flower came in. Is that in focus? I can't tell. Can you see if that's in? That's what I thought, Chris. I thought these were prickly pears, but that sure doesn't look like a piece of fruit, does it? Let's see if we can zoom in on it. And it's hollow. Does anybody know about this to know what because I know that this is called a prickly pear cactus. Yeah, let's zoom in on that flower. Who is with me in loving these colors? Is that in focus? It's hard for me to tell. Maybe I need to back up. I wanted to zoom in, but yeah, it does. It's definitely a prickly pear because I've scanned it with, I have an app on my phone you can scan photos of plants and it'll tell you exactly what it is and how to take care of them. It's very cool. But when that flower pops off, it's hollow. So I don't understand how that's fruit. Yeah, the colors are just gorgeous. You know, I've always liked that That's okay. That makes more sense too. It's probably a non-fruit bearing variety of a prickly pear. That totally makes sense because we all know that every plant comes in different varieties too. But it's huge. There's another one over there. There's a couple big ones here. My plants are not doing well, but I have an idea for moving them back. Now that I've moved my chairs back here again, I think I might be able to find some more shade for them back here too. We'll see. We'll see. Does anybody have any questions? Has anybody started working on their Tranquil Tiles shawl yet? And if so, what have you changed about it? What have you done the same? Did you choose to do multiple colors? Did you choose to do one color? Did you choose to do it in worsted weight yarn like I did? Did you choose to do it? My spider plant is not doing well at all. Let me go grab it. I think I have a solution for it. My mom says I need to throw it out and start over. Now, please don't hate me for me showing you how bad this is, but I need to cut off all the babies. I know that. I think that because it's still green in the center, that I can still save it. I think that I have to cut off all the dead babies, the dead hanging, and maybe get it some fertilizer too, but it's not doing well. My pineapple is the only one that's doing well. Ooh, yellow flowers on a prickly pear sound pretty too. My plumeria, remember the plumeria that I cut down from the old house? Those are doing fine. Winter is the dormant stage for those anyway, so I feel like they've given me quite a lot of grace in really dropping the ball on my plants. The problem is that I just haven't figured out a good place for them to not just get singed by the severe heat we have here. No, I can't take any of the plants inside. No, I just have no space. Yeah, my plant needs help. My mom says just throw it out and start over since she has so many, but I feel really too guilty to do that. I can't do that. I gotta at least try. Hi, Linda. And I have a light catering schedule this week, which is exciting because I can get a lot more videos done this week too, and a lot more, I can work more on my new courses, but it'll also give me an opportunity to work on my garden too. So I'm excited about that. So did anybody like this time of day? And I apologize again for changing the time so many times today. I wasn't in my own car and things got out of hand. Yeah, that's what I think, Kim. I think because it's so green and standing up so erect in the center that as soon as I cut off all the dead, in fact, I might do it as soon as we get off the show today, since I have some time right now. I might do it right away. Hi, Erica. I was curious, who enjoyed this time of day? Would that be something fun to change the time? I'm seeing a lot of names that we don't normally see in the morning. So I'm just anytime works for Diane. All right, that's good. Just kind of curious if, I know one person said that this is her first time being able to catch me live. So that tells me that some people might just like different times for that reason. Erica prefers afternoons too. You know, sometimes mornings work for me and sometimes like today, it absolutely didn't. This is a nice time of day to sit outside too. Late afternoon is lovely. Yeah, and I'm sorry I didn't bring yarn out, but today was just hectic, and I felt more, and like I said, I really wanted to talk about Monica today anyway because it's our Tuesday, Giving Tuesday. Yeah, all my plants need water. They all need a lot of water right now. Thank you, Lois. I appreciate that. Yep, that's a good point, Chris. Yeah, you know, ultimately I have to do what works best for me, obviously. But I always like to get a little feedback too. I've really been enjoying the fact that Bjorn is more comfortable back here and we get to spend more time outside. I was able to crochet out here the other day without having to, you know, go in and out with him. That's nice. Thanks, Linda. I'm trying to figure out how to go live more often during the week. I know for the last couple of months I've only been doing Mondays and Tuesdays, so I think by being able to switch the time around a little bit here and there, I'll be able to go live a little more often. I have heard that some beaches are opening back up, and I've heard that Vanderbilt Beach is back open. I would really love to go on a beach walk with all of you soon, and it's going to be kind of emotional going down there too, because I don't know what all we're going to see. I don't know how clean everything is. I absolutely have no interest in going in the water yet. I do not think the water is clean. I have heard you should wear solid shoes just in case anything's in the sand as well. So even though the beaches are open, I'm still a little hesitant about the safety of it, but as soon as I think it is safe, I know other people have been going. I'm just not that much of a risk taker when it comes to health anymore. I may have been a little more risk taker about that stuff in my 20s, but I'm just not in my 50s. As soon as I think it's safe, we'll go back down to the beach too. Maybe not every day, but maybe once a week. Wouldn't that be fun? I'm sure a lot of you miss the beach walks and the beach live streams and just anything we were doing on the beach before. We won't be able to go back to Wiggins Pass for quite some time still. They don't even have an estimation on when they're opening that beach back up. Florida is open for tourism. Yes, yes it is. Lots of restaurants. In fact, not all of Florida was damaged. It's Southwest Florida where I live that got so much damage, specifically Sanibel Island and Fort Myers Beach. But a lot of stuff has come back. Naples is back to normal. Most restaurants are back open here. Some restaurants have already have started to reopen in Bonita Beach and in Fort Myers Beach. So it's slowly coming back. It's going to take years for the whole area to come back, unfortunately. But there definitely are. The rest of Florida is absolutely open for tourism, and tourism is available here too. We have hotels and restaurants. Yeah, the opening of Wiggins Pass will be something to celebrate. 100%, Joe. I cannot wait to go back. It's like my membership is even expired. You know, you buy my pass once a year, and it's been closed for so long now that even that's expired. It's just weird, but I will happily buy my pass again as soon as it opens back up. I cannot wait to go there. Oh, that's so nice, Skyla. Yeah, my grandmother's name was Agnes. My dad's mom's name was Agnes, and that pattern was named after her. So I think that's awesome that you're making that, because it reminds me of your mom. I've heard that many times over the years that people enjoy the names of my patterns because they remind them of people in their lives. And gosh, that's so special. I love hearing that, so thank you for sharing that with me. What else is anybody? I didn't hear anybody say they're working on the Tranquil Tiles shawl. Is anybody working on any other of my patterns right now? Does anybody have any questions about anything? Oh, I talked to Chef today about whether or not he feels okay with me sharing his name on the show and telling you guys, and sharing photos and videos of the boats and stuff. And he says I can share photos of the boats from today, and he says I can share his name as well. And as he's fine with that, so we'll start talking about him a little more too. Eric is making a crocheting a granny square lap blanket. Awesome. Yeah, Millie, I miss going to the beach too. I do too. I miss doing our beach walks and doing just all the live streams there. Seeing the dolphins, seeing the birds also. Chris's daughter requested a tote bag, and she found one released on her birthday the year her daughter was born, so that's what she picked. That's very nice. Marcia's saving her money to come to Florida, is that what you mean? Saving your money for a trip to Florida? That's nice. You know, Bjorn's probably sitting at the door waiting for me to come get him. It would be too much to do that while we're still alive. But like when he gets scared and goes in, he usually wants me to wait a minute and bring him right back out, which is why I said when he does that, it's not convenient to read or to knit or crochet. 'Cause who likes to set their work down in the middle of a row over and over and over again, right? Diane's picking up her knitting needles after 30 years. Wow. That's awesome. Candy's making a crocheted bunny snuggle blanket with velvet yarn. That sounds nice. Oh, by the way, I did want to mention to you guys today that how I'm wearing my hair today is how I always wear it when I'm catering. And I'll show you the back to show you what I'm talking about. I always wear my crochet scrunchie in the back of my head. I've worn my hair this way every day since I started catering. So I French braid, I do a side part, French braid both to the back, and then put my hair in the scrunchie. And I did it in a color of yarn that blends with my hair, so it makes my bun look bigger. But can you see that it's crocheted? It's one of the crocheted scrunchie patterns you can find on my website. And then I always wear my orchid flower on the right side because somebody here told me a couple years ago that if you're married, you wear your flower on the left side, and if you're single, you wear it on the right side. So this is how I represent crochet and yarn every day when I go work in the kitchen or in catering. I thought you guys might like to know that. Is that nice? Linda's going to make the Trinity crochet shawl. That's awesome. Yeah, that's all double crochet. That'll be a nice relaxing project for you. Lois wants to make the Mary shawl. Yes, that's a beautiful motif shawl. Very nice. I think Lois has got a typo in there. I think you had an autocorrect. Acquaintance, I think you meant aqua. The new knit Mobius cowl. That's nice. Lois is making a simple shawl and adding a lace pattern for the ruffle. Wonderful. Linda's making a Serenity shawl. Very nice. Does anyone on the catering locations ask about your crochet? Nobody asks me what else I do. They don't. No one's asked me if I have a day job or what I do anywhere else. I mean, I would tell them if they did, but you know, I'm a little bit anonymous. As a server and as I don't know if I'm quite a sous chef yet, but I'm definitely below chef. Yeah, people don't ask me about me that much, although I do get compliments on my braids and I get compliments on the orchid flower pin all the time. I get compliments on my red or the pink glasses that I wear. What else? I get compliments on that kind of stuff, but I don't think anybody's really noticed that the scrunchie is crocheted. When I'm catering, how would people see the things that I crochet? I don't think that I just wear server clothes. I wear an apron. I don't wear anything crocheted other than the scrunchie when I'm at work. I'd like to understand your question though. If you could rephrase it if I didn't answer it correctly, let me know. But yeah, nobody asks me what I do outside of cooking and serving. It's so fun though. I should be able to finish the crocheted version of the Aqua Knit Mobius pattern today. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to finish the last few stripes. Oh, you're welcome, Lois. Glad you could make it. So I'm going to be able to finish the sample today, which then means I can block it, photograph it, do the pattern layout, get it off to tech editing because the chart and the written instructions are already done. So we should have that pattern released within the next few days, maybe by Friday. And I'll have a tutorial video for it too. Real simple. It's rows of single crochet, two together, and alternating with one row of a double treble crochet. So if you can single crochet and you can make a double treble crochet, you can make this pattern. And if you don't know how to do a double treble crochet, you'll get so much practice in this shawl that you'll be good at it when you're done. Chris, you know what, no one has noticed that my scrunchie is crocheted. Now it also blends in with my hair, and I intentionally did that because it makes my hair look bigger, but I wonder if I made another scrunchie in another color, if it would be more noticeable. Possibly. Possibly. Yeah, and I wouldn't not tell them what I do. It just, you know, I don't speak unless I'm spoken to, sort of thing. I'm not the star of that show. Does anybody have any other questions? You know, I've been on the fence about wearing the crochet earrings. I don't know if it's appropriate or not to try to draw attention to myself when I'm working. Like, I don't know. I've had mixed feelings about wearing them there. I don't know. I've thought about it. But that's as far as I've gotten. Haven't worn the crocheted earrings to work yet. I wear the Amazon earrings instead. Yes. Yep. Yep, Diane, I needed to make some extra money. Yep. All right, are there any other questions? Was everybody able to see my posts today when I posted about the time changes? Thank you, Diane. Were you able to get those? Were you get notifications about that? Or were you seeing that I changed the time on the actual live stream scheduled? How did that work today? I'm wondering if I should do like little mini videos to make announcements, because I know you get better notifications on videos than you do on posts. Oh, I'm seeing lots of yeses. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty exciting, Chris. And I'm learning. You know what an avid learner I am. Just to be able to learn new stuff is always so exciting to me. You know, I'm constantly taking classes online to improve my business. You know, I just finished taking a class on iPhone photography. I am tempted to take a class on video production with an iPhone to improve my videos. I'm always constantly I take classes on graphic design, or I take classes on how to improve my skills at Illustrator for chart making, or book publishing in InDesign, or photo editing with Photoshop. I'm always taking classes to learn more, or taking classes to learn more about website development. I'm constantly doing stuff like that. So it's so fun for me to just learn more and just expand my creativity and expand the circle of people that I get to be positive around too. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Thank you, Candy. You know, just being nice to it amazes me how poor service is such a standard nowadays. Like, I go into these people's homes and I'm just being myself, just being kind and thoughtful and caring, and they're so starved for that sort of treatment, and they appreciate it so much that great, I get to spread my positivity and my enthusiasm to even more people than I already do, and that brings me joy too. I'm sure some of you can understand that or can appreciate that, right? But now that I have a few days off from catering, I think I'm going to get a good handle on the next crochet course, that Mastering Motifs course. And it's already set up as a product on my website, but it's out of stock, which means that you could sign up for the wait list on it, and then that way you'll be first to know when it becomes available. I'm so glad you could too, Lois. That's great. Yes, Chris, and so I'm, you know, and you'd think that millionaires and billionaires would actually be real familiar with better service, and they're all so starved for kindness, just starved for it. Like they do a double take when I talk to them. Oh, that's wonderful. I don't know who that is, but it sounds great. Hi, Melanie. Yeah, I'm seeing so many names that we don't normally see in the morning shows, so I think that's kind of exciting too for changing up the time here and there. Fun, exciting. All right, so my goal this week is get a calendar set up, get more dates on the schedule, go live more than twice a week, get some more tutorial videos going. Do you like the little preview videos that I've been making to show you new patterns coming out and showing you the movement of the fabric and the yarn and, you know, the different styling? Are those fun? Do they help you understand what a pattern is more than just seeing the photos? I think it helps you to see the pattern structure better and see how it fits on a body and even see how the yarn moves and what kind of drape the yarn has. But I'm kind of curious. Oh, I'm sorry, Marcia. I just don't know everybody, but yeah, thanks. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, good. Chris is enjoying the previews. Wonderful. I think they're helpful. Thanks, Melanie. Thank you. Thank you, Diane. Yeah, you know how much I love YouTube. This is by far my favorite social media out there. I prefer YouTube to all the others. I love it here. I love creating videos here. I love the live stream and the video components to it. I love being able to connect with all of you from all over the world. It's so special to me and such a great platform for teaching. Artwork, thank you. Glad you could be here. Yeah, so my goal this week is to get a little more organized so that I can make your viewing more easier too. So that's what I'm going to go work on. And I'm going to finish that shawl today. And if I can get any preview photos or videos for you, maybe Bjorn will do something silly tonight. He likes to put his he likes the yarn to slide through his claws while I'm crocheting, and I always pretend like it's him wanting to participate because you know he can feel it slide through. It's so stinking cute. But the problem is when he does it, it's not a good I can't get up and go grab my phone or record. So I gotta figure out how to get it recorded because it looks like Bjorn's knitting and crocheting with me. And he does it with both paws sometimes, and it's just so cute. And he doesn't go crazy and attack it. He just lets it glide through his paws or his toes. It's so cute. Anyway, need to get that too. Hi, Peggy. Yeah, he's giving me a little tension. Yes, he is. And being such a big helper, it's so cute. Just melts my heart. Linda's from South Carolina. Nice. Yeah, lovely to see new people here today. So nice. It's adorable. It is absolutely adorable. Yes. I can't believe how well behaved he is around yarn. For those of you who will remember him, tomorrow is going to be the 1-year anniversary of Becker passing. Not going to be an easy day for me. Yeah, but for those of you, I'm thinking about putting together a compilation video of him. Maybe releasing it tomorrow. That might be nice, right? Diane's cat loves to play with her yarn too. Yeah, I gotta get a video. I gotta get a video of Bjorn doing that. It's just so hard. Yeah. Maybe that'd be a good way to remember him. Yeah, it is. It's so hard. Yeah, to celebrate his memory. I have so many cute videos and photos of him and Bjorn cuddling like pretzels, like intertwined. And I have so many videos of, I can't believe it's been a year either. It's just, oh. Yeah, maybe I'll put together a little video for him tomorrow. That might feel good. Yeah, and lots of other stuff to share with you too, so I guess I better go get to work. Thank you all so much for your patience today. I'm so sorry how many times I've changed the time. It was just out of my hands once I was out. And I'm so not used to this, right? I'm so used to being in charge of everything. So I apologize for being late, and I appreciate you guys being patient with me and showing up here today still. And I think maybe in hindsight, or the silver lining, I guess, is that this ended up working really well time-wise for some of you. So I'll keep that in mind about maybe juggling the time here and there. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Like there's a lot of changes, but you know, change is good sometimes, and just learning how to handle it all with grace is always the most important goal. Thank you, Donna. I'm glad you're here too. So once again, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes with me. I hope you enjoyed our chat. There really wasn't too much show and oh, there was plant show and tell today. We saw my sad spider plant, and we saw my gorgeous prickly pear, and we got to talk about that, and we got to chat with me and everybody else here, and I got to tell some stories, which is always fun too. I love telling stories. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.